Okay, time for a relaxation. You need to get yourself warm and comfortable. So either lying on the floor in Savasana, lying on your back, with your legs slightly apart, feet turned outward, lower back in contact with the floor, a little bit of space under your arms, or lying in Makrasana, crocodile, lying on your front. One hand on top of the other, forehead on your hands, or hands on your shoulders or elbows. Feet apart, hips relaxing into the floor. Turn your heels out and your toes inward. Or you can lie with your buttocks against the wall and your feet up the wall, your body just relaxing on the floor, but you want to get really close to the wall so that you can relax. And before we begin, just taking a nice deep breath and let go everything. As you breathe out, let go any expectation. We're just going to let this relaxation be as it will be. So give yourself permission. The next 20 minutes or so is time for you. It's time to release the tension, the fatigue, to do some deep healing work, connecting the mind and the body, and to recharge, rejuvenate your whole being. It's like pressing the reset button. So we'll begin with some deep yogic breathing. So this is where we breathe in through your nose and mouth, down through a channel through the center of your body into your belly. So place your hands on your belly, breathe into your hands. And then breathe out back up through that channel, out through your nose, your mouth. So you breathe into your tummy. As you breathe out, your hands come back towards your spine and you release the air. So your chest and your collarbones are just following the belly. So this is breathing using your diaphragm. And just find your own rhythm. Just tuning into your body, breathing in again when you need to. When we breathe deeply like this, there's often a pause before we need to breathe in again. And that pause is a very profound place. Okay, if you find your body naturally inviting a pause, just take your mind into that pause, because there's a profound stillness there. So the still point, the peace at the center of the universe, is to be found in the space between the in-breath and the out-breath. The still point or peace within you connects to that divine still point or peace, if you like. In that space between the movement of the breath. Now, if you can, breathe through your nose. You get more oxygen into all of your body tissues when you breathe through your nose. Slows the rate of exchange down. It also helps to clear and balance the nadis, the subtle energy pathways that run up like a caduceus through your chakras associated with your spine. And they finish just above the nose, the Ida and the Pingala. So when you breathe through your nose, you can bring them into balance. Plus it moisturizes the air as it comes into your lungs. Gets rid of any pathogens. It's actually healthier to breathe through your nose if you can. So this beautiful focus on the breath, something that's usually unconscious, we don't have to think about breathing all day. When we bring our conscious awareness to the breath, we take control of our mind and our whole being. So when we make conscious something which is normally unconscious, we shine a light. And this is the light of healing. So the breath connects the mind and the body. In meditation, it connects the mind to the soul or the spirit. So with your mind, just take a gentle focus on the breath, resting on the breath. So it's not a forced focus at all. It's very gentle. And as you just watch the breath, you watch it come into your body, you watch it leave, you will find that watching the breath takes you inward into an awareness of yourself from the inside, from an inner perspective. And we start to become aware that we have two worlds. We have this inner world where we have a connection to the peace and calm at the center, but we have thoughts that run through this inner world. Realizations, knowings, intuitive senses are in this world. In this world, there's no separateness. We're not aware of our physical body and our individuality. There's a sense of being connected to everything. And yet we still function in the outer world, the world that we see when we open our eyes. And as we do yoga, we start to learn to balance walking in both worlds. So we learn that by going inwards and connecting to this inner world, we nourish our physical vehicle, we nourish ourselves so that we are more effective, more loving, more compassionate, more efficient and effective out in the outer world that we see, the outer world of our senses. So we walk in two worlds. And we come to realize that when the outer world gets too much for us, maybe we're exhausted or overwhelmed or picking up on the energy of fear that's about, the way to deal with that is to go into your inner world. Because in the inner world, there is only love at that point of connection, that point of stillness. Fearful thoughts can pass through your mind, but you don't have to hold on to them. You can let them pass on by and come back to love. Come back to connection. Wherever there is connection, there is love. So as you feel your body relaxing, you can feel this breath and this focus on the breath taking you deeply inward. I want to use your mind now and the connection between your mind and your body and the higher aspects of you, your higher self, your soul, to work on some very profound healing. So using your imagination, I want you to take your awareness to the center of your chest. And I want you to imagine that beautiful red rose that we offered to ourselves in Energy Block Release 6. And I want you to see it as a closed little bud, this little red rose. And I want you to imagine that it's sitting right in the center of your chest. Now the sun is starting to come up over the horizon. It's sunrise. And we have allowed the sun within you to rise by doing the sun salutation. So that beautiful vitality of the sun, you can think of it in your solar plexus. The sunshine energy in your solar plexus is starting to build. So the sun's coming up. And it's shining on that red rose in your heart. And as it does, that little rose is starting to open, petal by beautiful petal. It's a slow but gentle process. So just allow that sunshine energy. Now it's starting to radiate right through to the back of your kidneys. It's really radiating. You're shining like a star. But it's going up into your heart, and that little rose is gently opening. And you'll know when it has opened fully because there'll be a feeling of easing of tension deep in your chest. Maybe even a feeling of expansion through your chest, through your back. And it'll be easier to breathe. There might need to be a release of emotion to enable that freedom. Just go with what comes and trust. But let that sunshine keep on shining. Your little rose now is beautifully open. It's shining, pouring forth loving kindness. And that loving kindness is just starting to fill your whole body. You can give it a color if you want to. But imagine that loving kindness, maybe it's a deep green, this color of the stem of the rose. Maybe it's the deep red of the rose or a pink. It's filling your whole chest. And you can feel the chest just expanding and opening, releasing any deep tension. It's moving into your upper back, in and around the shoulder blades. That beautiful loving kindness, compassion for yourself. And you're just filling your whole chest, right up under the ribs, under the arms. And now the sunshine energy is really building, and you can feel it release through the solar plexus, through the kidneys, through the ribs. And that sunshine energy and the rose energy are blending. A beautiful, warm, sweet blend that's now filling your whole abdominal area, all your organs. And it's just melting tension away, opening. So everything is free and moving as it's meant to. And it's flowing into your lower back, mid-back, whole torso is filling with this beautiful energy. Just continue letting that expansive feeling, the sunshine energy is expanding and that rose is pouring out loving kindness, compassion. And now it's flowing deep into your lower back, into your pelvis and your hips. And it's going to flow into the buttocks and all the little muscles deep in the hips. Into the pelvic organs. And now the sunshine energy, the loving kindness is flowing into your thighs, into all the space we have created, into your knees, your calves, down into your ankles, your feet, all the way to your toes. If you lose a sense of your physical body, don't be worried about that, that's fine. And don't be worried if you don't. Now coming up into the area of your shoulders, feel that loving kindness, that compassion flowing into your shoulder joints, into the very top of your shoulders, where your head the neck join your shoulders where all that tension sits. And especially the point right at the very tip of the shoulder blades, the heart protector point. It's filling with loving kindness so that you can trust to open your heart to the world. Know that as you open to receive, so you can give. And now feel this beautiful blend of energies flowing into your upper arms. It's just melting any tension, dissolving it away into your elbows, your forearms, your wrists. Let your fingers and palms feel open to receive. So it's as if now you have two beautiful roses in your hands. And those two roses, one is red and one is white. And you have a white rose in your left hand and a red rose in your right hand. And they are beautifully opening. And you're just holding loving kindness and compassion in your hands. Feel these beautiful energies, the blend of the sunshine, the rose beauty flowing up into your throat and your neck, releasing your jaw, releasing the muscles at the base of your tongue, up through the face muscles, the sinuses, into the back of the eyes, right through the head, the scalp, deep into your brain, your whole nervous system. So your whole physical body now is filled with loving kindness, with compassion, and with that morning sunshine, the promise of a new day, inviting change, joy, vitality, inviting laughter. So now your whole being, you are aware of these two little roses in your hands, but your whole being is one of loving kindness, compassion. You feel a sense that you are connected to the cosmos, the universe, to the heart and soul of all living beings. And this energy is the most healing vibration that is available. And it's the energy that runs throughout our cosmos. And when we do an activity like this, we just plug in. So have a sense that this is your natural state of being. You are loving kindness. You are compassion. So just continue to allow this energy to radiate out now into your energy field, your aura, connecting you to a universal or a unified field of energy. It's like you're bathing in the universal loving kindness. And fear is only an absence of this connection. It is not real. It feels real, but that is an illusion. And in this moment of connection, you know that's true. So just allow this connection inward to nourish all aspects of your being, to deeply rejuvenate and recharge. And now if you want to, using your intention, you can imagine that those two roses in the palms of your hand, that you can offer them to someone in particular who perhaps needs them, or to somewhere in the world that needs that energy, that loving kindness and that compassion. Or you might offer it to the entire world, but it is freely offered. So imagine the rose, the white rose and the red rose. One is loving kindness and the other is compassion. And as they break up and the petals disperse from your hands, they flow out into the world to wherever you wish to send them. Know that when you give, you open to receive, and the flow is endless. And now gently closing your hands, and take a nice deep breath in and just come in back into an awareness of your physical body. Now just take your time to slowly connect with your body. Start moving fingers, perhaps your toes, moving and stretching as you need to, wrists and ankles. But just slowly coming back into this world of the senses, because you've been deep into the inner world to recharge and reset. Now we're going to bring that lovely energy into this world of the senses. So maybe stretching through your spine, getting that spinal fluid moving. If you're lying on your back and your lower back is a little stiff, draw your knees up to your chest and just gently rock them from side to side. If you're lying with your feet up the wall, just bring yourself bring your legs down and roll over onto your side. Just allowing your body to get used to the idea of coming up. I want you to just lie on your right hand side, supporting your head. Just coming back into your full physicalness. And then gently coming up to sitting. I'm going to take a nice deep breath in. And another one. This keeps our heart open. We're going to do 3 today, so another one. And then as your hands come together, I want you to allow the feeling of gratitude. So think or feel all the blessings in your life. A profound sense of thanks. Namaste. Because gratitude will always keep the flow, keeps your heart open and keeps the flow flowing. Namaste.